James, you are a young conservative, you are working in the field of security, and you supported Remain. I think now you are, of course, disappointed. What are you afraid of?
Well, of course I am disappointed with the result on Friday. I voted for Remain and I campaigned for Remain because I believed that Britain was stronger, safer and better off in the European Union. However, I am also a Democrat, and to me the most important thing in a democracy is the will of the people. And the will of the people was expressed on Friday morning. Even though I disagreed with it, I respect their view. And so, as far as I'm concerned, it's now about uniting the country and finding the best way forwards for a post-Brexit Britain.
Who could unite the country? Boris Johnson?
So I think that whoever comes forward in the Conservative Party, and I'm keeping an open mind as to who that should be, it should be someone who is able to unite both the Remain and the Leave sides of the Conservative Party and is able to appeal to not only the 52% of people who voted to leave, but also the 48% of people who voted to Remain. I think that is absolutely crucial, because if we are going to get the best deal that this country can get after leaving the European Union, we need to be working together. We need to draw in talent from across the country, and that includes people who voted Leave and voted Remain. That includes people on the left of politics and people on the right of politics, and so that will need a very special character, and so that's what I'm looking for in the next leader of the Conservative Party and the next Prime Minister.
Many people were supporting Remain, especially in the communities in London and also in other parts of Britain, said that after the victory of Leave there is a risk of racism. Do you agree or not? Or maybe this is a fear too much magnified by media or by some politicians?
I think that racism, wherever it happens, needs to be condemned in the strongest terms. I think that hate crimes are completely unacceptable in 21st century Britain. I think that it's important that we recognise that although there are many people on the Leave side who voted to leave because of reasons such as immigration, this does not mean that they are racist. It means that they simply have legitimate concerns that have been ignored by politicians for a long time, and that is the responsibility of all of us to address these concerns. But I think that many people on Leave and Remain would agree that racism is utterly abhorrent and it needs to be condemned in the strongest terms. Anyone who is caught carrying out these acts needs to be prosecuted for the crimes they have committed.
And about European immigrants, most of them are now worried, are afraid that they could be deported, lose their rights to stay here or to claim benefits.
So there's a lot of things that need to be worked out, and for that to be worked out we need to get a new Prime Minister and a new leader, so that's going to happen sometime in September. Then we need to figure out how to get the best possible deal for Britain. Now I'm open-minded about what that deal could be. I think that there are multiple options and they all have advantages and disadvantages, but we need to have a national conversation about that deal, and that needs to take into account things like, for example, European immigrants already living here. But whatever deal we go for, it needs to be the best possible deal for Britain, and that's what I'm going to be campaigning for.